Okay, our problem is 2,970 divided by 11. Our goal today is to just gain number sense and be able to realize if your number is close. So that way, if you have a calculator and you mistype something, you can look at your quotient and realize, hey, I did something wrong. I need to go back and do it again. If you have excellent number sense, that's quite easy to do. So here's our strategy that we're going to use. We're going to look at our division problem. We're going to round our divisor and our dividend, We're going to estimate. In other words, we're going to find an easy division answer. Then we're going to find the exact answer with the calculator, and we're just going to compare the two. That's really all we're doing. So, as I said earlier, the larger place values matter much more than the smaller place values. It would take 1,000 of these ones to equal one of these 1,000s. So all I'm going to look at is my thousands place, because that's the biggest one. You find the biggest value. So if I'm rounding to the thousands place, where do I look to see if I round up or keep it the same? What's the next smallest place value? The hundreds. Okay, so I have a 9. 5 or more raised to score. Is 9 greater than 5? Okay, so am I going to round it up to 3,000, or am I going to round it all the way back down to 2,000? 3,000. It's much closer to 30 than it is to 20, right? That's another way to think about it. Okay, so now I'm going to begin my estimate. I'm going to have 3,000 divided by, let's look at this 11. What's the largest place value in 11? My tens place. So I need to look at my ones place. I have a 1. So is that going to be closer to 10 or to 20? It's going to be a lot closer to 10. Okay. So my first number is the number that makes it into the division tent. That's my dividend. My second number is on the outside. Now, from the lesson that I just reviewed, that we did the previous day, I see that I have a division problem. I see that I have zeros at the end and zeros on the end. What can I do to those zeros? Yes, I can cancel them. I cancel 1 0 here in the divisor. I cancel 1 0 here in the dividend. So now the question is, here's the estimate part. What is 3 divided by 1?
3.
3. Okay, and then how many zeros do I have? So my estimate for how many times does 10 go into 3,000, I'm estimating that it's 300. So I did my round. I'm on estimate. Now I'm on check. If you have your computers, you can go to your address bar up here at the top, and you just type in 3,000 / 10. And what does that equal? It equals 300. But wait a minute, hold on. I didn't have 3,000 divided by 10. I had 2,970 divided by 11. So let's see. So let's try this again. 2,970 divided by 11. Okay. Can we stop the side conversations? What was it? It was, yeah, it was 270 exactly. Okay. So my exact answer for 2,970 divided by 11 was 270. Now we're on to number 4. How does that number compare to 300? Are they pretty close?
Yeah.
They're both in the hundreds place. I'm only about 30 off. Heck, if I started with almost 3,000, if I'm only off by 30, that's really close. I can be pretty sure that my estimate is right. So eventually the goal is you be able to look at this 2,970 divided by 11, and in your head, you should think of it as 3,000 divided by 10. And in your head, you would say, my answer is going to be somewhere close to 300. If you can do that reliably, division becomes magically simple. We need to go through more examples, though. Adrian, do you have a question?
So it is also an easier way. Since you added 30, it makes 3,970.
Okay, so he's saying that he can make this into more like a benchmark number, just a straight up 3,000, which is more or less what we did. And that's how you got the 300, and then you took off 30. You're close. It just happens to work out that way. That won't work every time mathematically. You're close.